Hey, what's going on everyone? Matt here from the Matt Film Show. Welcome guys back to a brand new video. If you guys are new here, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like it. Let's get right into it. And today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my review on DC's new superhero film, Blue Beetle, which is distributed by Warner Brothers and produced by DC. This is a new DC superhero, a new superhero in a sense of a lot of people have not heard of. This is like a Latino superhero, and so like kind of like a Latino Mexican type superhero type guy. I've heard of Blue Beetle before. The way I've heard of him was in the Injustice 2 video game, and a couple of the DC video games, and a couple of the DC cartoons, but I'm not really that much familiar with Blue Beetle, right? So this movie was kind of new for me, a fresh start. But this movie stars Solo Marandueña. You guys might know him from Cobra Kai. He plays Jaime Reyes, which is obviously the Blue Beetle. Berna Marquezine, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right, as Jenny Cord, where she plays Jaime's love interest. Adriana Barzoa plays Nana, which is Jaime's grandmother. Damian Alcazar plays Alberto Reyes, which is Jaime's father. And George Lopez is also in this as Rudy Reyes, as Jaime's uncle. It's very, very cool to see George Lopez in a superhero movie. I really love George Lopez. Back when he used to do comedy stand-up, I remember I used to love watching on Nickelodeon it was like a Nick and I think it was, when they had the George Lopez show, and that theme song, that theme song is so catchy, and it's a very for me it's one of the very iconic theme songs in a stand-up, not stand-up, but in a what do you call it, I can't remember the word, but in one of those shows, TV shows, very iconic shows. So it's very, very cool to see George Lopez in this. And so basically, what the movie is about he's a teenager in college. He graduate, right, and who gains superpowers from an alien. Superpowers when an alien scarab grabs gets on him, right? Grabs onto him and forming a powerful reconfiguration, exoskeleton around his body, which transforms into the Blue Beetle. The movie obviously produced by Warner Brothers, produced by DC, and serves as James Gunn's first DCU character. This whole DC thing is so confusing, guys. This is not the first DCU movie, but it's the first. So apparently, they have left the door open for Blue Beetle to be part of the James Gunn's DCU. Like, it's just, this whole DC thing is it's just so confusing to me. The film has some jokes that are funny, and some jokes that aren't funny. Some jokes try to be funny, but they aren't. It was very, very cool to see George Lopez in this movie like this. Like I said, I really enjoy George Lopez. For me, personally, it's been a while since I've seen a George Lopez do a movie. So this is like the first time seeing George Lopez do a movie in a very long time, as far for me. A lot of stuff that happens in this film we have already seen in previous superhero films. I wanted from this film a fresh start of a superhero movie. I wanted something new. I wanted you know what I mean, like something new. I wanted something different from different superhero films, but we did not get that for me, in my own opinion. I think a lot of stuff that we have seen. You know what I mean? A lot of things are similar from the Marvel movies and the DC movies, so nothing here are new. but the film has a surprisingly very entertaining. I really did enjoy this movie. Uh, I really enjoyed Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Believe it or not, I did my review on it, enjoying it. And every film is subjective, and I know a lot of people did not enjoy Shazam. I also really enjoyed The Flash. I really loved The Flash. And a lot of people did not enjoy The Flash, that's their opinion. But I enjoyed this, but it's not my favorite DC movie. It's not the top tier DC movie. I do think that The Flash is better than this movie, and I do think that the Shazam is a little bit better than Blue Beetle, but Blue Beetle is a very good movie. I don't think that Blue Beetle is a bad movie. I just think that it's a very good movie. I do think that Blue Beetle has come out in a bad time of DC. I think that if this movie could have been part of the DCU that James Gunn is doing, and could have been part of it, and I think that they would have delayed this movie to be part of James Gunn's film slate. The whole James Gunn's being this being the first DCU character or superhero or character in the new DC doesn't make sense at all. It's so confusing to me. I think that there is no reason why to continue this character, even though it's a very good movie, and if they wanted to, they could, and they left that door open. But at the same time, what could I say? At the same time, I think that if James Gunn wanted this movie to be connected to his DCU, I don't understand why he should have just delayed this movie being part of DCU Chapter 1 film slate. I think he should have waited for that instead of just confusing this. There's been Gal Gadot comes out and says, "Oh yeah, we're doing Wonder Woman 3. Wonder Woman 3 is happening," and now apparently it's not happening. Like, it's just the whole DC is just so confusing. They were saying that Wonder Woman 3 is happening. That at first said they canceled it. Now Gal Gadot is saying they're happening, and now apparently they're saying that it's not even happening. So I do not even know what's going on over there with DC. The box office for DC has not been doing good. Like I said, I really did enjoy this movie. I really hope this movie succeeds. I don't think it's not going to, due to the track record of DC. Aquaman is supposed to come out in the end of December. I don't think that one's not going to do good as well, due to the track record. But I wanted to have fun with this movie. I wanted to have a blast with this movie. I wanted this movie to be very like top tier, very fun. I did not get that, even though it was a very good movie. I just did not feel like that type of connection. The family dynamic of it kind of reminds me of what's the Shazam family, right? The Shazam family and the oh man, I can't remember the one superhero movie that the Miss Marvel. There we go. The MCU show, Miss Marvel. It does have some similar things to Miss Marvel, to Shazam, to what other superhero has been a family superhero genre that I could think of at the top of my head. We have seen that, and for me, I wanted something new for this character, being a new character in a sense. For me personally, I'm not really big fan. Not big fan. I mean, I'm not really big familiar. I should say big familiar with the character. The only time I knew about the character, the only time I've heard about the character, played the character, is in the Injustice 2 video game. Otherwise than that, I do not know as much of it. this movie allowed me to know more about this character that I really enjoyed. And I really enjoyed this movie, and I really had so much fun with this. But the family dynamic of it, like I said, did not work out for me. It's a lot of things that happened in this one that I have seen. I love this superhero shenanigans. At some point, there's like Becky G plays like an AI, kind of reminds me of Jarvis from Iron Man from the MCU. So it kind of has me mixed of Shazam, of Shazam, of Iron Man, right? A little bit of I just can't think of the top of my head these other superhero movies. Shazam, Iron Man, Miss Marvel. There you go, Miss Marvel, right? So this half for me has a little bit of mixed with Miss Marvel, Shazam, and Iron Man type thing, mixed all into one movie. And all of that I have seen already. I wanted something new, something fresh from this movie. The bad guy looked kind of similar to what we got from the previous DC or Marvel movies. So to me, the bad guy was not something new for me. So that was a bit of a letdown for me, that this is, I already seen this. I wanted something new from Blue Beetle. Otherwise than seeing something that I already saw, something that was nothing new. Either way, from that, having that, get to it, having that being a problem with the movie. The movie is fun. The movie is fun. It's entertaining. I did enjoy it. A lot of the jokes were not good. They tried to be funny with the jokes, but it didn't help out. But at the same time, those are my problems with the movie. The movie is not bad. I really like. The movie is good. It's enjoyable, but the family dynamic with the family part, the jokes, the tech of it, we have all seen that already, and I did not want that from this movie. I wanted something fresh, something new, and I don't, and that's not what I wanted from like the movie, like I said. But Solo Mangari, I can't pronounce his last name. Hope you guys get who I'm talking about. Does an amazing job as a superhero. I love him as Cobra Kai. I love Cobra Kai. And I really love him doing this superhero thing as a step up in his career. He did a very good job, but just that the movie, for me, the movie was great. I really enjoyed this movie. Very great movie. The problem with the movie is a lot of stuff that happens in the movie I have already seen. Where it's, like I said, Shazam, Miss Marvel, Iron Man, right, type stuff. So that's the only downside of this movie. Besides, everything's very everything else is very good. And I really hope that you guys go watch this movie. I know the track record for DC is not great. No one saw Flash. No one saw Shazam. I don't think no one's gonna watch this just because it's a new character and the track record of DC, which sucks. I really hope that this movie succeeds and becomes successful. I don't think it's not going to due to the track record, but otherwise than that, I really had so much fun watching this. Besides the stuff that we saw already, that was the only criticism I have with the movie. But the movie's a very good movie. Go watch this movie. But yeah, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like, and let's get right into it. Peace out.